How you guys doing? Good. Has anybody seen metal 3D printing before? No. You see anything? Good. Alright, so we're going to kind of go through the basics, then we're going to go look at some machines and some actual parts printed. If you guys have any questions, please interrupt me along the way. So what I've got laid out here on the table is just the natural production of how a part is being printed. So I started off with powder, metal powder here. The powder that's in this glass container is the same amount of powder needed to make this part. Just kind of give you guys a little perspective. So after I have powder, I've got a metal build plate here. All I need to do is be the same type of material that's like well compatible with whatever metal that I'm printing. And so then I put a layer down and I start fusing. So if I take this part and I slice it up like 5,000 times, all I'm doing is taking all those layers and slowly welding them together to build the part. So over the course of the build, I'm slowly building the part up until I have a finished part. So a finished part kind of looks like this, fused to this build plate. It'll go through a heat treat cycle, and then we cut it off your build plate like a mandolin. And then that part's ready to go to the post-process for like subsequent machining. So that's kind of just the basics of a part going through a machine. And we can go look at some printers unless anybody has any questions. What do you do with the build plate? So when we're done, they'll have like just that hair of a semblance of whatever that first layer was. We go take them and either grind them down or mill them down, and then we reuse them. So we can continue to use this until the build plate's about like 1.5 inches thick. Then they get to deflect a little bit too much because they're secured in all four corners. Then we just use them for like tooling in the shop, metal, things like that. You build plate? No, we just have those made from like welded material. They can actually, the process is kind of crazy. They can just like, what's the word for it? Water jet cut these things roughly and then kind of clean up the top surface. All that's critical is the flatness of this. Any other questions? Cool, let's go look at a machine. So we'll start with this guy. The first thing I will say, so we'll let you guys all kind of peek in there. Just avoid this red button here, that will kill the machine. Then you guys see me run around and try to restart it. So these are our M2 machines. So this is kind of like an R&D level machine. It's really good for honing in a process, getting that recipe right before you go into a bigger, more production ready type machine. So this machine can print like a 10-inch by 10-inch area volume and maybe like 12 inches tall. So we either do one of our big parts or a couple of like maybe pistons or something on these type of machines. So there's 2 lasers on it. When I'm printing one big part, those lasers will actually split the part in half and they create like a stitch, and they're basically welding that part together as it's printed. So pretty cool. So as you guys come over and look, what you're going to see is the machine will be spreading powder down. It's going to turn the laser on and start coloring in whatever that layer is. Drop the part down, spread more powder, and just continue to repeat that process. So you guys have to come one by one through and take a part. Anywhere from like a couple of days to like a week long. It just depends on how dense the part is. How long it takes to left the part? Yeah, so it depends on the part. So depending on the density of it, it can be anywhere from a few days to like a week long. That's one of our longer ones just because of how dense it is. Yeah. So you see the lasers on right now? So it's basically just doing the color of the red is coloring it in. Take a picture now, it's going to put more powder. All automated inside the machine. Yeah, so over time there is PM done on the machines, but it's really like the lower